What's going on, Commanders fans? Welcome back to the In Command podcast. And today, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts going into Thursday night's game against the Chicago Bears. Look, it's been like 2 weeks since I made content. The last time I believe I made any content or went live was 2 weeks ago after the Denver Broncos game when the Commanders had a thrilling comeback. They were down 21-3 and they came back in the second half and ended up winning the game 35-33. But, the last 2 weeks, week 3 against Buffalo, we lost 37-3. That was a terrible game. All right, we don't really need to talk about that. Sam Howell played, just probably as bad as he could have possibly played. But we're moved on from that. And then this past week, literally 2 days ago against the Philadelphia Eagles, we lose in overtime. In my opinion, we got robbed. Terry McLaurin made a great play on 3rd and 5. Sam Howell made a great throw, probably his best throw of the day. And he made a lot of good throws in that game. He made a lot of great throws in that game. But the 3rd and 5, backpedaling, threw it off his back foot. And it was like a 30-yard pass down the sideline to Terry. And he caught it, and I believe he got 2 feet in. I mean, I think the problem was his foot, stepped on the defensive back's arm, so maybe that had something to do with it, and that played a factor into the call. The other problem was it was called incomplete on the field, so unless they have clear evidence, clear and obvious evidence of it being a catch, they can't call it a catch, and according to them, they didn't have enough evidence. So we had to punt. And then 4th and 1, the Eagles do, the thing, the QB sneak. They call it the tush push, dude, that play should be banned, bro. I mean, the Eagles were just spamming that shit all day. 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s, just spamming it. And then in overtime, they're at midfield. It's 4th and 1. One of the offensive linemen for the Eagles clearly false started. No call. The Eagles QB sneaked it, and they got a first down. I mean, those are just 2 missed calls in overtime that really, I think, costed us the game. Now, look, we still had chances. After, the Terry McLaurin, after they called that incomplete, the defense could have gotten off the field. We could have gotten the ball back, right? We had a 3rd and 17, and the Eagles were at, the 45-yard line, and we just sat. This is what cost us the game. We sat back playing 8 yards off the ball. They completed a nice little 7-yard route to Devontae Smith, I believe. And Jake Elliott kicks an absolute bomb to win the game. Kicks like a 54, 55-yard field goal to win the game. And, that's just situational awareness, man. Jack Del Rio, man, he has no situational awareness. I mean, that Jake Elliott has... he has a leg, man. He can boot that thing far. I mean, he can probably hit from 60 yards. I think he has before. I think his career long is probably 61, I think. But he has a leg, bro. He can kick that shit a mile. And what do? We just sit back in coverage, soft zone coverage, playing 7 yards off the ball. And, Jalen Hurts completes a nice little easy pass underneath. And that sets up a field goal for the Eagles. That sets them up in field goal range. They win the game on a walk-off field goal. So we let that game slip away. We really did. We let that game slip away from us. But now, look, we have the Chicago Bears. We got the Chicago Bears on Thursday night. We got the Falcons the following Sunday. And then we got the Giants. Okay? 3 very winnable games. And then we got the Eagles again, which I should be at that game. We're working on getting tickets right now, but I'm planning to go to the Commanders versus Eagles. I believe it's week 8, and that'll be at home. Hopefully we get our revenge on the Eagles, man, because we should have won this game on Sunday, man. I'm telling you. But we're going to get our revenge. I really believe it. So, yeah, but it starts on Thursday night, man. This streak that, I think we're going to go on starts on Thursday night. All right? You got to take care of teams like the Bears, man. The Bears are 0-4. All right, they're a terrible team, okay? They were up 20-. They lost to the Broncos this past week. They were up 28-7. Justin Fields probably had the game of his life, and they still lost to the Denver Broncos. So, I mean, that tells you all you really need to know about the Bears. They're 0-4. They stink. They're terrible. It's at home, blackout game, all black uniforms for the Commanders. I expect a blowout, okay? I'm done messing around. I expect this team to win now, okay? There's no more moral victories. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm happy with the way we played versus Philly. Bullshit, dude. I'm not happy with it. I'm mad because we let the game slip away. We should be 3-1 right now in first place. But we're not. And you know what? It's all good because we see the Eagles again in a little under a month. So, I mean, yeah, we play them in 27 days, something like that, or 26. Play them on the 29th of October. So we got 3-4 weeks. And then we're back at it again against the Philadelphia Eagles, man. But like I said, dude, Thursday night, I expect us to mop the floor with the Chicago Bears. There's no reason we don't, man. And then following week, we got the Atlanta Falcons. I expect us to win that game, bro. Desmond Ridder has been playing awful. He's a terrible quarterback. I think Taylor Heineke might even be starting by the time we play them. We'll have to see. I think Taylor Heineke gives the Falcons a better chance to win at this point in time. And then we got the Giants. The Giants, bro, they are so bad. I think they're the worst team in the league. I've been saying this past couple of days. Last night, bro, I was laughing my ass off watching Daniel Jones. Dude, they're at the 5-yard line. They're about ready to score a touchdown. It's 14-3. You get a touchdown there, you cut it to 14-10, and you're right back in the ball game. The Giants showed that they could come back, and Daniel Jones threw a 97-yard pick six, and the Seahawks took the lead 21-3. I don't even bro. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Sam Howell throwing 4 interceptions. All of those are just rookie mistakes of him just, forcing stuff. Daniel Jones is in his, 5th year in the league, and he's staring down receivers. Sam Howell hasn't had one interception yet where you're like, what was that, Sam Howell? You can understand why he threw that. All 4 picks in the Buffalo game, for the most part, you can understand why he threw them. The first one, 3rd and 19, all right? We're near field goal range, but not really. He wants to get the first down. He wants to air it out, throws the ball 20 yards over the middle. It gets picked. The Bills kind of, baited him. They baited Sam Howell into that. And the second pick? What was the second pick? I know he had one in the end zone to Tre'Davious White. You can understand that too. He was trying to hit Curtis Samuel in the end zone. Tre'Davious White jumped the route. It got picked. But Daniel Jones is just staring down receivers, bro. He looks right at the dude, the safety, Weatherspoon, I think, whatever his name is, threw it right at him, pick six. And then he threw another pick, and dude, he got sacked 11 times, bro. That's a record. And the Giants have been outscored 64-3 at home this season. That's got to be a record. I mean, it was so bad that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were clowning them, bro. They were clowning their ass. It was pretty sad. I was happy to watch it, though. I enjoyed it. So now we know that the Giants are clearly the worst team in this division. And we got to start running away with this, man. Look, I expect us to win the next 3 games. Okay? And so I'm looking for us to be 5-2 by week 8 against Philadelphia. Because, yeah, it is week 8. Because if we play 7 games, and then, yeah, we're going into our 8th game against Philly. So we should be 5-2 by the time we see them again. But yeah, so what I'm expecting is we're going to be a 5-2 football team. The Eagles will be around probably 6-1, maybe 7-0. Maybe we'll get to give them their first L 2 years in a row. We'll have to see. But yeah, my expectation is the Eagles are probably going to be around 6-1, 7-0, and we'll be 5-2, probably fighting. Still trying to compete with the Eagles. And then, hey, man, we play them at home. And hopefully we can get our revenge on them and beat them, man. Because we should have had this one, man. We should have had that game. But we play the Bears Thursday night. Let's talk about that game let's talk about this upcoming game for a couple minutes. We kind of recovered. We covered the last 4 weeks what's been going on with this team. We're sitting at 2-2 right now. All right, I can't complain. I'm very confident with this team right now. I am. This is like the first time I've been like confident in a 2-2 football team in a while. Like this is the most confident I've been in a 2-2 football team in a while. Because first of all, we should be 3-1. I know that. You guys know that. Commanders fans, we know that. But we're not. So we're 2-2. It is what it is. We gotta face reality here. We gotta accept reality. We're 2-2. We got a big game Thursday night. We can't take the Bears lightly because they're coming in. They're hungry. They're hungry for their first win. So, we can't just expect it to be a dog walk. Although us fans are expecting it. They got to come in ready to play, man. And look, I think the game's like already sold out, which is crazy, man. Look, I don't want to hear shit about Commanders fans, not coming to games this season. This is our third sold out game. It's our third home game, and all three of them have been sellouts. And well, this one's about to be, but yeah, all three of them are the first three home games are all going to be sellouts. That's amazing, man. It's crazy what new ownership has done for this team. But, yeah, so some keys to the game against the Chicago Bears. Contain Justin Fields, man. That's all the only thing that I am a little worried about with this Bears game, and something that we might struggle with, is Justin Fields, and we struggle with mobile quarterbacks. Jack Del Rio, this defense, they just have trouble bringing mobile quarterbacks down. We always let, like Josh Allen ran all over us. The only mobile quarterback that we don't really struggle with, like I think we actually do a pretty good job of containing Jalen Hurts. I think we do. Josh Allen, he ran all over us. Russell Wilson gave us some problems with his legs. Daniel Jones tends to give us problems when we play them. We just struggle with the Giants overall. I don't know what it is. They're not a good football team, but for some reason we just don't match up well with them. I don't know. It's weird. I can't really explain it. Hopefully this is a year that we sweep the Giants, though, because, if we don't sweep them this year, I don't know when we're going to sweep them. But, yeah, contain Justin Fields. The Bears' defense, it's looked terrible this year. So Sam Howell should be able to throw. I expect Sam Howell to throw for at least 250. All right, at least 250. I would like to see 300+ from him. I expect another really good game from Sam Howell. B-Rob, keep feeding him, man. We gotta get B-Rob more carries, though, man. I'm tired of seeing. I'm tired of getting the 8-yard run on first down, and then it's 2nd and 2, and then we line up in shotgun with no one in the backfield. Like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Your bell cow running back, the guy that you drafted, just got an 8-yard run on first down, and then you go away from him. Like, what kind of sense does that make, Eric Bieniemy? I just don't get it, but hopefully that changes. We should be able to run it down the Bears' throats. And look, I expect this to be a bloodbath, okay? Look, I know it didn't, and I know I think I said on the podcast, maybe on the stream, that I'm never going to really predict a blowout again. But, we know the Bears are bad. The Cardinals aren't that bad. We just underestimated them. We didn't really know what they were. All we knew is, they had a quarterback coming in that had been there for, a few weeks, learning a new system. And we just didn't really, we expected to come in there and blow them out, and we didn't. Granted, we had a new offensive coordinator in his first game, calling the offense, calling the plays. Sam Howell in his first, real start as, the guy, as the starting quarterback. And just, a lot of new stuff was going on. But, yes, I really think that's the reason we weren't able to blow the Cardinals out. But, the Cardinals, they've been giving everyone problems. They beat the Cowboys 28-16. They put a whooping on the Cowboys. They're pretty competitive with the 49ers for the most part on Sunday. I think they're just, the Cardinals are a hungry team, man. I don't think they're the worst team in the league, to be honest. So, I think the Bears are even worse. And we know that the Bears are terrible. The Cardinals, when we played them, we had no film on them. We didn't know what they were. They were 0-0. The Bears are 0-4. You have 4 games to look at on the Bears, and we know what the Bears are, okay? They're not a good football team. So we better come in and take it to them and take it to them early, man. So yeah, and that's my last key, man. Get off to a good start. All right, and we got off to a good start this past week against the Eagles. We did. We had 2 touchdowns our first 2 drives, which was beautiful to see. So I'm expecting the same stuff against the Bears. But thank you guys for watching. I will be live Thursday night. That'll probably be the next time I see you guys, unless we do a preview stream tomorrow night. But I don't think we'll have enough time for that. I'm getting home pretty late. So yeah, next time I'll see y'all, we're playing the Bears Thursday night. Should be a good stream, live play-by-play, our first live play-by-play of the year. So make sure you guys tune in, and I'm out. Peace.